The UNI Panthers take Iowa State to triple overtime to open the 2019 season, 29-26. The Cyclones out of the Big 12, a top 25 team, do get the win. But Coach, going into that game, you called that Iowa State team one of the best Iowa State teams you've ever prepared for. How happy were you with the performance your guys left out on the field? Just a 3-point loss in triple overtime.
Well, I appreciated our effort. I was pleased with how controlled and yet focused we were throughout the entire football game. So I was pleased with those facets of it. I just wish we'd have got that fumble at the end.
Now, one play away from capturing a victory over an FBS opponent for another season. Coach, looking at the offense, going into that first game, all those question marks were about the new starting quarterback, Will McElvain, the redshirt freshman out of Des Moines. Gets the start, 228 yards passing, managed a fantastic game, a touchdown pass for him, no interceptions. What did you see out of that redshirt freshman on Saturday?
I saw a lot of determination from him with how he played. I thought that leaked into our entire offense and possibly into our entire football team when you see what he brings to the table. So when you see those things, it brings energy to your sideline, it brings energy to teams, and it gives you an opportunity to win.
How impressed were you? How comfortable he looked out there? Worked it to 8 different receivers, really just looked poised in that pocket.
I thought he did a nice job. He scrambled quite a bit. A lot of credit goes to Iowa State in that regard, but it also goes, a lot of credit goes to the assistant coaches, the entire offensive staff, how they prepared him. I thought we went in there well prepared and focused and with the intent to win that football game. I thought that showed in the game.
On the receiving end, Deon McShane with 7 receptions on the game. He's got that speed that he showed a season ago as a true freshman. Was able to get in a position where he was open and McElvain was able to find him.
Well, a lot of things they did was they played deep, so we had a lot of underneath throws. It was run after catch was important with those, and he made one tremendous play down by the goal line. So those are all things that you'll continue to see the rest of the season, and hopefully we'll be able to get downfield with the football as well, but it's all based off what coverage you're up against.
Coach, your program's starting to get a reputation for developing some really good tight ends. Briley Moore showed his ability out on the field. Went down with an injury. His shoulder was in a sling in that second half, but Tristan Bohr stepped in, had 5 big catches down in that second half in overtime.
I thought Tristan really stepped up to his game. When Briley did go down, it was one of those facets on the sideline that we have to come back with a better player now. It's your mindset. Even though Briley is our best player probably on offense, your mindset is not that you just lost your best player. Your mindset is the next man in has to be better than what just went down. And Tristan stepped up to the plate and he made that happen.
Other receivers stepped up down the stretch as well. Isaiah Weston, a couple receptions, over 20 yards. Did you like how that passing game kind of mixed it up with short passes and a couple deeper passes?
I was just pleased that, it was more balanced in regards that he wasn't picking one guy. He was running the offense. He was reading his keys, going through his progression. And by doing that, you're going to distribute the ball equally and not just to 1 or 2 guys. So I felt that was good. And it also says something to the plan that there was a balance in the planning.
Another freshman that made his first college game appearance is Matthew Cook, the redshirt freshman from Cedar Falls, the kicker. Coach, he might have been born in a refrigerator. He looked cool and calm out there, kicked 4 good balls. First kick of his college career, a 50-yard field goal through the uprights.
He did a tremendous job, and that was probably the biggest kick, for him to kick off his career because it brought so much confidence as well to him after he made that kick. I mean, he was excited. It was like it was fun. The thing from this game was, as much as it was heartbreaking to lose, I thought it was very fun on the sideline because I felt we were getting stronger as the game went on. I felt a Cook was getting stronger, a McElvain was getting stronger, our entire sideline was getting stronger, and it was a fun atmosphere because it was such a competitive atmosphere.
That positive energy carried over on Monday when Cook was named FCS National Special Teams Player of the Week. We'll have more with UNI head football coach Mark Farley coming up after this.